Have you ever wondered what would happen if humans never slept at all? Sleep feels simple. You close your eyes, your body relaxes, and time passes. But in reality, sleep is one of the most powerful and important processes in the human body. It is not just rest. It is active, complex, and essential for survival. Every night, when you fall asleep, your body does something incredible. Your brain does not shut down. Instead, it becomes even more organized. It processes everything you experience during the day. It stores memories, removes unnecessary information, and strengthens important connections. At the same time, your body begins repair work. Tiny damaged cells are fixed. Muscles recover. Hormones are balanced. Your immune system becomes stronger, preparing to fight infections. Now imagine removing all of this. No repair, no memory processing, no recovery. What happens then? Let us begin with the first stage. When you skip sleep for one night, it may not feel very serious at first. In fact, many people have stayed awake for long hours before studying, working, or using their phones. At the beginning, your body tries to compensate. Your brain releases chemicals to keep you awake. You may even feel slightly energetic for a short time, but this is temporary. Soon, your brain begins to slow down. Your attention becomes weaker. Your focus starts to break. Simple tasks like reading, writing, or even holding a conversation become harder. You may forget what you were just thinking about. Your reaction time becomes slower, which means you respond more slowly to things around you. Signals are delayed. Information is not processed efficiently. Your mood also begins to change. You may feel irritated for no clear reason. Small problems feel bigger. You may become anxious or restless. This happens because the part of your brain that controls emotions becomes unstable without rest. Your body also reacts physically. Your eyes feel heavy. You may blink more often. Your muscles feel slightly weak. You may even notice small tremors in your hands. Even after just one night, your body is already under stress. What happens inside the brain? To understand sleep deprivation, we must understand the brain. Your brain is like a control center. It manages your thoughts, emotions, movement, and body functions. During sleep, the brain organizes information. Without sleep, this system starts to fail. A chemical called adenosine builds up in your brain when you are awake. This chemical makes you feel sleepy. Normally, sleep removes this buildup. But if you do not sleep, adenosine continues to increase. This creates strong pressure in your brain, making it harder to stay awake and focused. At the same time, your brain struggles to create new memories. You may experience something, but you cannot store it properly. This is why people who do not sleep often forget things easily. Your decision-making ability also becomes weak. The brain cannot properly evaluate situations. This can lead to poor choices and risky behavior. The body begins to feel it. Even in the early stage, your body starts to change. Your heart rate may increase slightly. Your stress hormones rise. Your body feels tense. Without sleep, your body becomes confused. Your coordination also becomes weaker. Walking, typing, or even holding objects may feel slightly off. These are small changes, but they are only the beginning. By the fourth day without sleep, the human body is in a very dangerous state. This is the stage where the brain begins to lose control over reality. Your mind can no longer clearly separate what is real and what is not. You may start to experience hallucinations. At first, these hallucinations may be small, but over time, they become stronger and more confusing. This happens because the brain is extremely tired. It cannot process information correctly, so it starts to create false signals. Brain function becomes unstable. At this stage, your brain is not working normally at all. Your ability to think logically is almost gone. Your emotions become very unstable. You may feel extreme anxiety, sudden anger, deep sadness, fear without reason. Sometimes, you may even feel disconnected from reality, as if you are dreaming while awake. By the fifth day, your body is in a critical condition. Your brain is no longer able to function properly. Thinking becomes extremely difficult. You may not be able to focus, understand situations, make decisions. Your mind feels slow, confused, and disconnected. At this stage, your brain struggles to process even basic information. You may forget familiar faces. Your memory is failing rapidly. Hormonal system breakdown. Your hormones are now severely unbalanced. Stress hormones remain high. Energy regulation fails. Hunger signals become confused. You may feel very hungry or not hungry at all. Your metabolism slows down. Day 4 and day 5 show how dangerous sleep deprivation really is. By the 6th day without sleep, the human body reaches a very critical stage. At this point, your body is no longer just tired, it is failing to function properly. Your brain activity becomes extremely low. Thinking clearly is almost impossible. You may struggle to even understand what is happening around you. Immune system almost stops working. By day 6, your immune system is extremely weak. White blood cells are not active. Your body cannot fight infections. Even small bacteria can become dangerous. Your heart is under serious stress. Heartbeat may become irregular. Your internal organs are also affected. Liver struggles to process toxins. Kidneys work under pressure. Metabolism becomes unstable. Your body is no longer maintaining balance properly. By the 7th day, the human body is in a life-threatening condition. This is the point where survival becomes extremely difficult. Your brain is no longer functioning normally. You may lose connection with reality, experience strong hallucinations, be unable to think or communicate clearly. Muscles are extremely weak. Movement is slow and difficult. Your body systems are no longer balanced. Hormones are out of control. Blood sugar levels become unstable. Energy production fails. Your body cannot maintain normal functions. At this stage, the risk of organ failure becomes very high. In scientific studies on animals, complete sleep deprivation has led to death. In humans, reaching this level of sleep loss is extremely dangerous. You might be thinking, has anyone actually stayed awake for days to test this? The answer is yes. Scientists and researchers have studied sleep deprivation for many years. One of the most well-known cases is of a student named Randy Gardner. In 1964, he decided to break a world record by staying awake as long as possible. He stayed awake for 11 days. At first, everything seemed normal, but as the days passed, serious changes began to appear. What happened to him? By the 2nd day, he had trouble focusing. His memory became weak. By the 3rd day, he started experiencing mood changes. He became irritated and confused. By the 4th and 5th days, he had hallucinations. He saw things that were not real. His thinking became very slow. By the end, he struggled to speak clearly. His coordination was poor. He had severe mental confusion. Even though he survived, his body and brain were under extreme stress. After the experiment, he slept for many hours to recover. What did scientists learn? This experiment showed something very important. The human body can survive without sleep for some time, but the brain begins to fail quickly. Even though he did not die, the mental effects were severe. From experiments and real cases, one thing is clear: the brain cannot function without sleep. The body cannot repair itself without sleep. Night, before you close your eyes, remember, sleep is not just rest, sleep is survival, sleep is life.